Hi there, Serial Trader here. Let's have a look at BABA. Okay, since the last video, it's certainly deteriorated, which wasn't quite the short-term expectation. But nonetheless, I don't think it yet changes the overall bullish outlook. Okay, now it definitely changes the shorter-term wave count interpretation. So we'll just get rid of this and this, and what we may have is a potential one up. And then maybe this is a larger two down, okay? And see how we have this base channel I've drawn here, sorry, a corrective channel, and the median line of the channel here, we appear to be finding support off of that, and also just a distinctive three-wave move down overall. Certainly, there's some complexity of these subdivisions, but let's just ignore that short-term subdivisions and just focus on the larger count. So you can make the case a bit of an ugly 5 up for wave 1, although some of that ugliness had to do with some earnings and that being mixed in there. And then your initial move down after earnings, we started coming up quite nicely, and now we've had a more shallower drift down to take out the lows there, but not by a whole lot. And if you actually did a fib retracement of this initial move up, we're now right around that 786 retracement. So a nice deep potential wave 2 retracement. Again, also appearing to find some support here on this median line. So I like that. Obviously, it has to turn soon for this to be enforced, and must hold level is the low here, and I think if I can just dial that in, looks like the low was, I think it was 165 and change. I think it's 165.41 on this chart. I'll go look at my Thinkorswim chart. It might be slightly different on that. So I did get stopped out because on my stock, that is. I still have the 170 strike, I believe December calls. I'll double check that. But my stock, I got stopped out when it hit the 171, was 171.90 or something like that. Again, I'll check on that as well. But then I bought back in towards the end of the day today when I saw this starting to find support there on that 786 level. And then obviously the new stop goes just below the lows over here. And I also like this action because it looks like kind of the final sequence down in this correction, and it coincides with the first trading day of September. So I definitely look for significant moves from a timing perspective from that sort of thing. Okay, so let's go to the candlestick chart. I'll just find the BABA chart I'm working with here. Okay, BABA. Let's get this scaled appropriately. Okay. So much like I was showing on the other chart there, we have the absolute low at 165.39. So right now my stop, let's see where I have that on the stop. My stop is at 165.38. That's where the stop activates. It's a stop limit, so obviously it activates at 165.38, and then it won't sell any lower than 165. Now there's not a whole lot of slippage with a big liquid name like this, so you'll get roughly filled at the actual stop level you put in. Okay, so just showing the daily candlestick here, showing some rejection of these lower prices off that 786 retracement level of this initial move up. And also, what do we have? So we have the 618 relationship. If this is A and this is B and this is C, we've gotten well past that. But then the 100% relationship comes down here, a little deeper than we currently went. Not ideal, but it would still be above the 165.39 low. So it's pretty important that this 165.39 low holds. That'd be a little uglier if it didn't, let's put it that way. It would definitely rock my bullish confidence of this overall upside expectation if that got taken out. Now, okay, the calls I have, December 170 straight calls. And I actually, before it started coming down like this, I actually converted them to a call spread, and I sold 10 of the December 195 calls against December 170. So that actually greatly enhanced, how it played out here. I would have been down quite a bit more on those 170 calls without those 195 short against them. So that's never a bad thing to convert to a spread when you're looking decently positive. It still allows for quite a bit more upside if you select the right striking prices. Anyway, I just thought I'd do a quick update on BABA. Really like to see it, today be the bottom and that we start reversing strongly, but we need some confirmation for that to be the case. But really, as far as actually being close to your stop level, so we're trading at 170 and change now. You can put a stop just below the 165 low, 165.39 low. So risk, if I get the square out here, your risk is this big, right? And let me just make that square my favorite ugly yellow color there. So risk is that. Potential reward, if the interpretation proves correct longer term, we're looking at the around 230 at that 1.32 reverse fib of this overall corrective pattern. So tiny risk, large potential reward. That's always a good thing. Definitely when you get this close to the stop, the risk of hitting the stop is higher, but still, you take this trade 20 times, the overall results are going to be pretty good when you have a risk reward like this. Anyway, we'll check in as things progress. Hopefully that's a helpful update on BABA. Serial Trader, signing off.